Hello there.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Marauders. This is a multiplayer only game from a tiny team out of the UK aptly named Small Impact Games, with Team 17 doing the publishing. It's entering Steam Early Access today, or October 3rd if you're watching after the fact, and it's off to a great start after some proper alpha and beta tests prior to this release. I myself got early access to the early access and want to share my thoughts and show off the gameplay. We're going to be taking a look at several captures of raids that I've done with marginal success. Something I think you should understand from the outset. This game is hard. The time to kill is high and your survivability is low. While the risks of staying as long as possible to be the greediest loot goblin you can be is deadly, the rewards can be sweeter. It's definitely one of those games where even a single kill is a victory unto itself, even if it means you die 10 seconds later. You can distill Marauders down to retro future space Tarkov, but that's not the whole story. Now, to be clear, this is not a battle royale. It is a raid-based game, like Escape From Tarkov, but it's also not like EFT. You've got World War II era guns amidst this 1980s backdrop set in space, so that's unique. Guns, ammo, armor, food, and medical supplies are all important to survival, but you're not going to be spending a lot of time building weapons. The only things you can do are adding attachments like extended mags, suppressors, and stocks for stability. Your character earns experience from looting, killing, and successfully extracting with a 2x bonus. These points turn into character levels, which can open up crafting opportunities. Rotating traders bring different gear, and since you don't know what's coming, you'll have to decide whether you buy what's there now or you wait for the next rotation. Crafting is locked from the start, but as you gain experience and build up a cash stock, you'll be able to unlock items for crafting so long as you have the requisite items. Contracts serve as an additional way to rank up, earn gear, and even cash. There's 3 factions you can take on missions for that additionally open up better gear from traders. Interestingly, there's no equivalent to scavs here, or a way to play as a character that you can use on a cooldown. This is how Escape from Tarkov handles it, and I'm not saying that Marauders has to do it the same way, but I'm just curious how it's going to work. So, if things get dire and you run out of gear and or money, it's not clear how you recover from that. You do have a melee option, but it only works when you have a knife, not just your hands. So you could rat your way around in a raid, but with the upcoming mention of sound being so prevalent, good luck on getting away with it. With the game set in space, there's a senseless feeling as sounds are muffled due to having to wear an oxygen mask and spacesuit. This does, however, make for a more grounded understanding of why you have limited time. Oxygen. That said, the audio is outstanding, where footsteps can be clearly heard and positionally pinpointed. There was never a time where I didn't know exactly where someone was, but unfortunately the inverse is also true, in that anytime I was walking around, someone knew exactly where I was. It's a catch-22, but it's revelatory to have audio so crisp and clear and completely understood. What's different in Marauders is mainly the spaceship travel and the combat. You and a potential crew can wipe out, where you could be eliminated from the game before even getting into the raid itself. The time that you're taking to traverse open space to dock and get to the part where you're actually looting and raiding is just as risky. There are escape pods that you can go into, but that doesn't guarantee your safety as well. There's 6 different ship types. Your starting ship is the Rust Bucket. It's the default, and it does get replaced if it's destroyed or abandoned. But then you've got your various frigates that you can steal or acquire through multiple ways. Once you've docked, you'll come across 6 different raiding areas. Things like mining stations, spaceports, derelict ships, and even outposts. Now, while all these areas are different, their labyrinthian design is not intuitive to the oft-compared Escape from Tarkov maps. Marauders can be played solo or with 3 others to make up a squad. You can play with friends or just join strangers in a raid. And the matches themselves can have anything in between, so just because you're solo does not mean that your raid is going to contain only solos. At the end of a raid, you'll be presented with a screen that tallies out your experience points, who you killed, and possibly who killed you. What you want to pay attention to is the fact that Marauders are the real players and prisoners, SAS, and so on are the AI. The game even goes so far as to track and discern all of your kills across all of the different types, and it even includes a ratio of your win-loss record, which you maybe don't want to look at. I don't know. Now, the end game starts at level 40, where you can prestige or just stay there. But if you prestige, you'll be able to unlock permanent upgrades, even if that means starting back at level 1 with everything locked back up again. The developers have said that there will be regular wipes throughout early access, which anyone who's played EFT would pretty much understand how that goes. Though they say there's going to be ample warning, and their goal is not to do any wipes once they hit 1.0 in around 12 to 18 months. That's all I have for you today. Marauders is really exciting. mainly because it's a whole game that's out to eat Escape from Tarkov's lunch instead of being some sort of side mode attempt from a well-known developer and publisher. I've gone ahead and put a link to the game into the description. Thanks for watching, and be good to each other.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!